Hey everybody, Miss Goldbach here. I'm here with Captain Malcolm. He's dressed as a lion. Rawr. And Mr. Willoughby. Wake up, Mr. Willoughby. He's a little angel. And Mati's asleep over there. So he's not an angel anymore. So I'm gonna work on your assignment for today from Chapter 1 of The Outsiders. So let's get started. Okay, let me take this off. Let's get to what we need to do. All right, so if you are in, let's see, Mr. Guetta's class, your assignment looks like this. If you are in Miss Hilario's class, it looks different. I can't get to my stuff up here because of this video thing. Okay, so Mr. Guetta's, when you click on it, it's what you see. You put in your name, time and date. So this is your check-in for attendance. And then it says, this week's assignment included reading Chapter 1 of The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. And I did post a link to Chapter 1 in my classroom. Someone reading it on YouTube. If you are not finished reading Chapter 1, take a few minutes to open that document in Google Classroom. So there's a PDF of Chapter 1 in Mr. Guetta's classroom. There's a PDF in my classroom also. And read the first chapter before continuing. Do it, seriously, that's the whole assignment. Read the chapter, many of you already did, and just answer these two questions. What is the main conflict of the book so far? And why do you think Johnny depends on the gang so much? If you're in Miss Hilario's class, you see this, the Kahoot, which we're gonna do in a minute because Mr. Guetta's class has to do that too. And you click here and it takes you to a Google form. And she just has the same two questions. See, what is the conflict and what do you think? Why do you think Johnny depends on the gang so much? Same two questions. So main conflict of the book, what do you guys think? I'm thinking it's the greasers versus the socias, right? So I would just write greasers versus socias. How do you spell soc? Socias? Socias, like that? And then why do you think Johnny depends on the gang so much? He needs protection, right? Oh, Cosmic came to join us. He needs protection from the socias. Probably. And he sees the gang, I should capitalize socias. He sees the gang as his family. You can say the gang is like his family, okay? And that's it, then you submit it. Same questions are in Miss Hilario's. So you'd write the same things, greasers versus socias. Johnny sees the gang as his family, they protect him. That's it. If you had trouble accessing the YouTube to read the chapter, please let me know. Send me a message in the stream or email me and I will sit down and just read it to you. But I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. Someone better reading it than I am. All right, so now let's do the Kahoot. See if I can do it without showing you the answers. So if you're in Mr. Guetta's class, he posted it like this, extra credit. If you're in Miss Hilario's class, it is not extra credit, it is part of the assignment. You have to do it. Still, it's the same link. Okay, let me go through Mr. Guetta's. So it takes you to Kahoot. Does it have any sound? Okay. And I'm gonna put in my name. If you want to get extra credit, you've got to put your real name. First name, last initial, probably. All right, I'm gonna see if I can do this without giving you the answers. So I'm gonna go through and play it and then try to edit out the answers. So you may see some jerky cuts because I don't wanna give everybody the answers, but I wanna help you. Okay. We had to find a place to hide from the fuzz just until we could prove we didn't do it. So who are they trying to hide from? Let me turn this music down. Would they hide from their hair? Would they hide from dogs? Would they hide from aliens? Or would they hide from the police if they thought they were in trouble? So pick your answer. He was considered a juvenile delinquent. The cops knew him by name and not for good reasons. So what does delinquent mean? Delinquent, lawbreaker, excuse me, is it a lawbreaker? A police in training, supervillain, someone who is young. But when you hear people talk about juvenile delinquents, what are they talking about? Young people who do what? He was considered a juvenile delinquent. The cops knew him by name and not for good reasons. Again, so now you said what delinquent means. What does juvenile mean? A senior citizen, a baby, a young person, or a bad person? A juvenile. You know it's not a senior citizen, you know it's not a baby. We know delinquent means bad, so juvenile must be. In The Outsiders, they grew up on the poor side of town. They wear long hair, blue jeans, and white tees. So, ooh, it's a good looking. Is this a picture of a soch? One of the soches, the preps, the hippies, or the greasers? Look at his hair, look at his jacket. In The Outsiders, you could find this group of teens showing off their expensive cars and clothes. So what was the name of the group that had the nice clothes and expensive cars? These guys. Were they the soches, the preps, the hippies, or the greasers? Well, do they even mention preppies or hippies in the book yet? No. You just decide, is it a soch or a greaser? If you keep running around with those thugs, you'll end up in the cooler. So if you're running around with thugs, with bad people, where do you think you're going to end up? In college, in an icebox, in jail, or in the fridge? Where would you end up if you hang out with bad people? Paul Newman was so who was Paul Newman? We know he makes salad dressings now, but who was this handsome guy? Was he a rock star? Was he a 1950s YouTuber? Did they have YouTube in the 1950s? No. Was he a huge movie star, or was he the president? He was not the president. So which one should I put? Sally was acting nonchalant because he didn't want her to know he liked her. So if you don't want someone to know you like them, how are you going to act around them? Cool and calm, nervous, excited, or talkative? Now remember, he doesn't want her to know he likes him. So he's not going to be acting nervous. He doesn't want to act excited. He's too cool for that. And he doesn't want to act talkative. So how is he going to act? He was always ornery. Always looking to beat on someone or something. So ornery, if you're always looking to beat up someone, does that mean you're mean? Does that mean you're ugly? Does that mean you're playful, or does that mean you're strong? Someone who's just always looking to beat something or hurt somebody. What does that mean? The soches are a group of teens in the novel. How do you pronounce soches? Do you say it like socks, or do you say it like soches? I'll just give you that answer because that one was super easy. The Outsiders was written by Edgar Allan Poe, Paul Newman, S.E. Hinton, or Lois Lowry. Well, Edgar Allan Poe wrote The Raven. Paul Newman was a movie star. Lois Lowry, I think, wrote The Giver. So there's only one person left. And that's it. That's all your assignments. So I hope you guys have a great weekend and you read the next chapter. Get ahead of the game. Probably going to be assigned the next chapter or two next week. And have a good weekend. So from Mr. Willoughby, oops, that's Captain Malcolm. From Mr. Willoughby, Captain Malcolm, and Mati, and all my cats, have a great day. Bye.